Hello students, this is Janki Marvatkar and I'm going to make this chapter 1 India size and location of geography easier one to understand, and I'll be covering a lot of topics and concepts that you have done in the earlier classes. India is one of the ancient civilizations in the world. What is meant by civilization? Civilization is the society, culture, way of life of a particular area. It means that the way we are living today is not the same as it used to be many years ago. It has changed a lot, but it is one of the oldest civilization. It has achieved multifaceted socio-economic progress during the last 5 decades. What is multifaceted? Multifaceted means we have developed not only in one particular area or field, not only in one particular part, but we have done an overall progress. It has moved forward, displaying remarkable progress in the field of agriculture, industry, technology, and overall economic development. India has also contributed significantly to the making of world history. It means not only in agriculture, industry, technology, and economic, but we have contributed, great national leaders of India have contributed a lot to the world history. Now let us go to the location. India is a vast country lying entirely in the northern hemisphere. India lies in the northern hemisphere of the earth. The main land extends between latitudes 8 degrees 4 minutes north and 37 degrees 6 minutes north, and longitudes 68 degrees 7 minutes east and 97 degrees 25 minutes east. Now let us understand what are latitudes and longitudes. So now let us understand the concept of latitudes and longitudes. First of all, latitudes are horizontal lines. They are the imaginary lines that are parallel to the equator. They run from east to west. Now you can see in the figure, as we move upwards from the equator in the northern hemisphere, at each 1 degree, we can term a latitude as 1 degree N, 2 degree N, 3 degrees N, and so on till 90 degrees N at the North Pole. Similarly, as we move towards the south, we can denote each latitude as 1 degree S, 2 degrees S, 3 degrees S, and so on till 90 degrees S. So again I repeat, latitudes are the imaginary lines. They run from east to west. They are parallel to the equator, and equator is also a latitude. Now, what are longitudes? Longitudes are also imaginary lines. They run from north to south. Now here there is a longitude at 0 degrees. It is called Greenwich meridian or prime meridian. There are two names for the longitude at 0 degrees: Greenwich meridian or prime meridian. Now, how are longitudes denoted? How are these imaginary lines running from north to south denoted? At 0 degrees, Greenwich meridian, from Greenwich meridian, as we move towards the west, the longitudes are denoted 1 degree west, 2 degrees west, and so on till 180 degrees west. And as we move towards east, The longitudes are denoted as 1 degrees east, 2 degrees east, and so on till 180 degrees east. So in this way, latitude and longitude are only the imaginary lines that help us to locate the place or study the location of a particular place on the earth. So now let us see what is meant by 8 degrees 4 minutes north. Now as shown in the figure, 8 degrees north can be located above 0 degrees, that is equator, but 4 minutes means we have to go a particular distance, that is measured in kilometer, ahead of 8 degrees, ahead of latitude at 8 degrees. So how many kilometers? That is, we can see here 1 minute is equal to 1.85 kilometer. So in this case, 8 degrees 4 minutes north means 1.85 into 4, that is 7.4 kilometer ahead of 8 degrees north latitude. Similarly, when we talk about 37 degrees 6 minutes north, it means not only 37 degrees latitude, but we have to go 11.1 kilometer ahead of 37 degrees north latitude. The Tropic of Cancer, 23 degree 30 minutes north, divides the country into almost two equal parts. It means the Tropic of Cancer actually divides India into two equal parts. Now, Tropic of Cancer is a latitude. It is a name given to latitude that passes through 23 degree 30 minutes north. To the southeast and southwest of the mainland lie the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands in Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea respectively. You can see this on the map. Size. The landmass of India has an area of 3.28 million square kilometer. India's total area accounts for about 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. From the figure 1.2, it is clear that India is the 7th largest country of the world. India has a land boundary of about 15,200 km and the total length of the coastline of the mainland, including Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep, is 7,516.6 km. India is bounded by the Young Fold Mountains in the northwest, north and northeast. It means the northern part is made up of mountains. South of about 22 degree north latitude, it begins to taper and extends towards the Indian Ocean, dividing it into two seas, the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on the east. It means the shape of India, you can see, it tapers, it develops into a tip as we go down towards the south, and this portion of India divides, it extends towards the Indian Ocean, dividing it into two seas. One is the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on its east. Look at figure 1.3 and note that the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of the mainland is about 30 degrees. Despite this fact, the east-west extent appears to be smaller than the north-south extent. It means the length, as you see, from north to south looks greater than the length between the west and east extent. But even then, actually if we measure, it is same, round about 30 degrees. From Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, there is a time lag of 2 hours. Now let us see how is there a lag of 2 hours in between Gujarat in the west and Arunachal Pradesh in the east. Now we all know the earth takes 24 hours to rotate west to east. One rotation covers 360 degrees of arc. It means 24 hours into 6 minutes, that is 1440 minutes are covered in 360 degrees of rotation. Let us calculate number of minutes taken to cover 1 degree. It comes up to 4 minutes. Now longitudinal extent is from 68 degrees 7 minutes east to 97 degrees 25 minutes east. That is 97 degrees minus 68 degrees, we get 29 degrees. It means an arc of 29 degrees. Converting 29 degrees in minutes, we get 29 into 4 minutes, that is 116 minutes. Taking approximately 120 minutes, we get 2 hours. Since there is a time lag of 2 hours, we take local time of central meridian or longitude as standard time throughout the country. Let us calculate central or standard meridian for India. Longitudinal extent, we know 68 degrees 7 minutes east to 97 degrees 25 minutes east. It comes up to 29 degrees. Now to get the center, the middle of this extent from east to from west to east, we add 29 upon 2 degrees, that is 14 degrees approximately to 68 degrees, and we get 82 degrees and 30 minutes east. Hence, time along the standard meridian of India, 82 degrees 30 minutes, passing through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh, is taken as the standard time for the whole country. India and the world. The Indian landmass has a central location between the East and the West Asia. That is, the land that makes up India is located at the center of the East and West Asia, in the center of the Asian continent. India is a southward extension of the Asian continent. The Trans-Indian Ocean routes, which connect the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia, provide a strategic central location to India. What is meant by the Trans-Indian Ocean routes? Trans-Indian Ocean routes means the routes that are on both the sides of the Indian Ocean. These routes connect the countries of Europe in the east and the countries of East Asia. And because of this, India is an important location, and that too at the center. Note that the Deccan Peninsula protrudes into the Indian Ocean. The Deccan Peninsula, what is meant by peninsula? Peninsula is a landmass surrounded on 3 sides by water. The lowest portion of India, the southern portion of India, appears as if it is protruding into the Indian Ocean, thus helping establish close contact with West Asia, Africa and Europe from the western coast, and with Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast. This peninsular landmass helps to establish contact with West Asia, Africa and Europe from the western coast, and with Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast. No other country has a long coastline on the Indian Ocean as India has, and indeed it is India's eminent position in the Indian Ocean which justifies the naming of an ocean after it. It means because of the position or location of India, in the Indian Ocean is named after India. So now let us go ahead. Okay. India's contacts with the world have continued through the ages, but her relationships through the land routes are much older than her maritime contacts. It means India's contacts with the world have continued through the ages, means since many years India has been keeping contact with different countries in the world, but her relationships through the land routes are much older than her maritime contacts. Maritime means ocean contacts. Land routes developed much more before ocean contacts. The various passes across the mountains in the north have provided passages to the ancient travelers, while the oceans restricted such interaction for a long time. The passes, the ways, the roads that developed through the mountains have provided passages to the ancient travelers. It means many travelers made use of the different passages to travel to India. These routes have contributed in the exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient times. How have these routes been useful? Ideas and commodities were exchanged during these times. The ideas of Upanishads and the Ramayana, the stories of Panchatantra, the Indian numerals, and the decimal system thus could reach many parts of the world. The spices, muslin, and other merchandise were taken from India to different countries. On the other hand, the influence of Greek sculpture and the architectural styles of dome and minarets from West Asia can be seen in different parts of a country. Here, different examples of how ideas and commodities were shared among different countries and India have been given. India's neighbors. India occupies an important strategic position in South Asia. India has 29 states and 7 union territories. India shares its land boundaries with Pakistan and Afghanistan in the northwest, China, Tibet, Nepal, and Bhutan in the north, and Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east. Now, all these boundaries, all these countries can be seen in the map. Our southern neighbors across the sea consist of the two island countries, namely Sri Lanka and Maldives. Sri Lanka is separated from India by a narrow channel of sea formed by the Pak Strait and the Gulf of Mannar, while Maldives Islands are situated to the south of the Lakshadweep Islands. India has had strong geographical and historical links with her neighbors. Look at the physical map of Asia in your atlas and note how India stands apart from the rest of Asia. For doubts and queries, if any, comment in the comment box. For notes and worksheets, visit our website. Do share the link and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.